Duke has been called the university in the forest. These magnificent buildings surrounding us rose into the sky a little over 80 years ago, born on this land from the extraordinary vision of James B. Duke and William Preston Few, who dared to see a university in a near wilderness of pine and pasture. Throughout our history, each iteration of this institution has risen with purpose to meet the great challenges of its day. Our new century calls for a university audacious and visionary enough to fundamentally redefine teaching and learning in higher education. So too must our ability to elevate them and shape them for the better. I believe Duke can and will be that university.
The university of the 21st century brings together approaches, debates, challenges from different points of view. We're producing really great problem solvers. We're producing young people who have various strategies to bring to bear so that we can ask questions about things that have happened in the past and imagine forward to things that we might want together in the future.
It changes our perspective on humanity and the narratives that we tell ourselves about who we are and what we need to be and what it means to live as members of this global community.
We put down roots, we lay down seeds. Teachers in the classroom are working hard to give students the kinds of concepts and tendency to question and boldness and collaboration skills that they can draw on for a lifetime. That is the kind of commitment that is going to prepare students for the challenges of the age, whatever the challenge is.
We are similarly called upon today to renew our commitment to discovery.
The work that we do here at the Nicholas School focuses on some of the most charismatic endangered species, from pandas to whales to sea turtles. We can take a drone and fly it above a whale in the Antarctic and measure to the centimeter how long and how fat that whale is, and understand how these populations of whales are recovering from whaling. We can get a new look at these systems in ways that people haven't been able to do before. And we do that better than anybody.
Duke has shown its boldness before in launching innovative interdisciplinary initiatives around, among others, the environment, the brain, and entrepreneurship. Few, if any, of our peers do it better. But I believe we must do more and better yet.
I was in my clinic one day with 96-year-old identical twins. One of them is cognitively intact, and the other one has a late-onset Alzheimer's disease. We decided to get a retina scan and look at the differences, and it was striking.
There are changes in the retinal blood vessels that exist in patients who have Alzheimer's.
I thought, oh my goodness. This could be a way to diagnose Alzheimer's disease. We can use it for clinical trials studying new drugs that may prevent Alzheimer's from developing in patients who are showing early signs on their retina scan.
I feel great, a great gratitude to Duke. I'm delighted that I have advantage of the doctors and the research that is going on there.
Our new century cries out for a university where the drive to discover is not hemmed by disciplinary logics. I believe Duke can and will be that university.
The Duke team has developed an algorithm to virtually rejuvenate paintings and is applying that now to several paintings in the North Carolina Museum of Art.
The work that Ingrid and Duke are doing is revolutionary. There's a huge wow factor. We go from a very murky painting that suffered the abuse of time, it's dark, it's been damaged. And then to have all of that removed to reveal this really vibrant painting and to see what the artist originally intended it to be, that's exciting.
It will make it possible for museum visitors to get a glimpse of what a piece of art they see on the wall looked like when it was young, 6, 7 centuries ago. It will give people who are interested in interacting with the images via their computer a completely different way of looking and experiencing this art.
We heal human injuries and illnesses.
I've been going to Uganda doing service-related work. I went and visited in January of 2007. The problem was they had 30 million people and only 5 neurosurgeons.
Dr. Hagelin gave a talk about his work, and I was like, okay, that's exactly what I wanted to do.
Tony came up with the idea of doing the largest ever burden of surgical disease study ever done in the world. People like Tony are being trained. They're the next generation of leaders.
We are part of a vibrant global community, but we must be careful not to overlook the challenges and opportunities in our own backyard. We have done much over the past decade to strengthen our service to the city and the region, to improve life and well-being for others.
We're trying to prepare students to be good 21st century citizens in the world that we live in, to create this environment where learning can happen in an unexpected way.
Duke enables its students to follow their passions. The people at Duke understand that innovation comes from a crazy idea, and they give us the tools to make it possible. Enable is part of a global network of volunteers that use 3D printing and open source software to build, create, and deliver devices for amputees.
I'm so thankful for these Duke students and what they have done. They took what I could never dream of and then made these attachments. This is really going to help me in what I love to do.
Our new century demands that we prepare ourselves for a diverse and often chaotic world whose challenges, controversies, and crises do not stop at Duke's gates. We need to work together to defend, even to seek out voices that are different from our own. I believe Duke can and will be that university. Let us think of today not so much as a beginning, but as another renewal. Both a renewed commitment to the values that guided the choices of our predecessors at Duke and a renewed charge to make bold choices of our own, choices that will permit this noble university in the forest to thrive and shape the course of a still new century. Ultimately, this renewal will require the active participation of every member of the Duke community, faculty, students, staff, alumni, and neighbors. We know it can be done. Now it is for us to push further along and to blaze a new trail toward brighter days ahead.